It's my weekend. Um, this might come off as harsh, but I'm kind of embarrassed to talk about it because it did happen to somebody that was a streamer in Vegas. That that you know went there, got disrespected, got his butt kicked on the slots, and left Vegas. Um, it's horrible how somebody gets treated just because how they look or just how they act. It also is horrible. It's also horrible how they just up and left. It says sticking it out, up and left Vegas without even telling his own crowd why he left Vegas. Um, personally, the elephant in the room. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the slot community, and it's embarrassing in general when another slot YouTuber tells somebody you should go work for McDonald's just because they get bad service at Rinkley Dinkley um, off strip casino that is not even in regards to being like a really good casino. Everybody has good and bad days, and believe me, I've had some really bad days in the casino too. I've had some really bad luck in life, but you know what? There's no reason for there's no reason to just give up on the trip just because you have a bad night. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic, and it's disrespectful to the slot community. I'm not gonna keep quiet about what I heard or what I saw on that person's stream. I feel sad for them that if you can't handle Vegas, maybe you shouldn't be playing slots. Personally, I don't think Vegas is that difficult. I've been there 10 times. I've had a lot of good streams there. I've had a lot of really good hits. I feel like if you just can't get it, if you can't get it done in your life, maybe it's time to reevaluate what you're doing with your life, instead of like knocking other people for working a real job, and not knocking them down for trying. You knock people, to earn respect, you have to give respect. So instead of like having patience, because you don't know what these people go through that serve the customers in these Rinkley Dink Vegas casinos, you screwed it up for yourself. I've been in the same situation where I had to wait for my food and my drink, but I did not blow up like that. Because you know what? So what, you have a bad night. We all have bad nights. But there's no way, no how you should think you're special just because you do a slot stream. There's over 100 slot streamers now, and you're not special. You have no you're not that important. One slot streamer quits, another's gonna take over. You're just another number. You're just another person. You know, YouTube doesn't give a shit about you. And so when you knock somebody for trying hard at a job that they really don't want to be at, maybe you should look yourself in the mirror and say, well, you're a glorified cab driver that is not really a licensed cab driver, and you don't even make enough money to survive on your own. So when you knock somebody else down, maybe you should look yourself in the mirror and say, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should apologize to that person too, because two wrongs don't make it right. You know, I gotta understand if the place is short-handed. You gotta understand. People in Vegas, they don't make the same amount of money that people in New York or LA make per hour. They might make the same amount of money that like a wrinkly dink town in Indiana makes. But personally, it's sad. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for him. I'm absolutely embarrassed. And I was gonna let this go, but can't let it go. Can't let it go. It's embarrassing. As a slot channel myself that does slots, it's embarrassing because I've got my ass handed to me plenty of time, and you know what? I didn't go home after a couple hours being at a place like Vegas. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I hope you never come back to Vegas. I hope you stay where you're comfortable playing, because you know Vegas don't want you. And it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. You can say this might be bashing. It's not bashing. It's telling how it is. It's absolutely not bashing. It's in order to earn respect, you have to give respect. Just remember that. So when you say this waitress, oh, you should go work at McDonald's. You know something? A person that works at McDonald's makes more than a person that drives an Uber or a Lyft per hour. And they make more money per week than somebody who drives an Uber or Lyft, because they don't have. And so you can't knock somebody for trying. You know, I'd rather be a working class hero that is not struggling than somebody that is clearly struggling to find their own identity. And it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible how you think certain people are your friends when they're not your friends. This whole slot community is full of fakes. And you know something, that could have been an awesome stream if you just would have got your head together. It would have been an awesome trip if you didn't give up. You know, you're not made for Vegas. Don't come back to Vegas. We don't want you in Vegas. Don't come back to Vegas. Absolutely not. We don't want you there. Stay in Indiana where you could win. Stay in Indiana where you win. Stay in that small town in Indiana. We don't want you in Vegas, embarrassing Vegas. Absolutely not. And I was gonna let this go, but I feel this is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. Just because you had a bad night, you know what? I had a bad night last Sunday into Monday too. I lost more money in more time than you lost doing your streams, playing slots. And you don't see me bitching and crying. You don't see me bitching and crying. You don't see me taking my ball and going home. Whatever happened to Whatever happened to Team No Quit? Whatever happened to Team No Sleep? Whatever happened to Team No Quit? Not giving up. I guess you gave up. I guess you gave up because you couldn't handle it. You know, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. I'm absolutely embarrassed. Stay. Do me a favor. Stay in Indiana. Don't come to Atlantic City. If you think Vegas was bad to you, don't come to Atlantic City. We don't want you there either. I'm embarrassed. The whole slot community is embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed. Vegas is supposed to be able to make memories about big wins, about showcasing how great of a channel you are, and you did the total opposite. You did the total opposite just because you didn't get your coffee super quick or you got your food super quick. I hate to tell you, unless you're the president or somebody important, they're not going to give you your stuff super quick. I've learned this. Anytime you use comp stuff at these places, they look at you they don't look at you're a very important customer because you're not paying with your own money. I'm having a great weekend, but like I said, I was in a very similar situation that he was last week. I didn't take my ball and went home. I kept playing, even though I got killed in my live stream. I did not give up. I fought back, and I went back to my hotel. I fell asleep, and I kept playing, and I ended up being ahead of $1,000 for the month. That's what Team No Quit's all about. Not giving up. Not letting somebody push me around or somebody talking down to me just because of what I look like or how I perceive myself or how full of myself I am. If I was an Uber or Lyft driver, I couldn't do anything. That's not enough money to live on. So when you knock somebody for working at McDonald's, I wouldn't knock anybody that works in the fast food industry because those people make a lot of money, and that is a good job. That is a good job. There's a lot of people supporting their families working in these fast food places, you know, and these fast food places pay you like $17, $20 an hour to start, compared to being an Uber or Lyft driver where you have to use your own car and there's no guarantee you're actually going to make the same type of money per week. It's embarrassing. It's been a while since I've done a rant and rave. But this is what it is. Come on now. It's been a while since I've done a rant and rave, but this stream the other day pissed me off. That stream the other day really pissed me off. One decent hit on that whole stream. You know, you want to play with the big boys. You failed. So what? You lost $600 in 3 hours. Try losing $1,400 in 6 hours, 5.5 hours. Try doing that, and then making the comeback the next day and winning your trip. Instead of giving up and going home, because that's insulting, and It just doesn't happen like that. It's very insulting. It's very insulting to anybody that is a gambler. That's good. About time. About time. About time. About time. They deserve it. They work hard. They put out good content on their channel, and people seem to like them. The way I'm talking right now, I'm talking how it is. Because you know something, I've had bad streams, and you know what? The slot community is not behind me, so I don't give a shit. The slot community can go suck it. Because you know, there's a lot of fake people in the slot community. There's a lot of fake people in the slot community. At least I play with my own money, and at least I admit when if I lose or not. At least I admit. At least I admit when I get my bucks in the casino. I'm not gonna cry about it because there's always the next day. You get your buck one day. You go get yourself some food. You go to sleep. Then you come back the next day, ready to conquer more, ready to conquer the slots. You don't just give up and take your ball and go home. That's not how real slotters play. Absolutely not. You know? So, you know, I've had bad days. And a lot of people, a lot of people don't come to this channel because of many reasons. You know? But I'm a real channel. I'm a real channel, and I don't need super chats. And I don't need channel membership to make my channel great. My channel is what it is. It is a variety channel. You know? No, I never claimed his winnings is mine. I was sharing out his video, which I'm allowed to do, because I'm friends with him. That's where you're wrong. When you're friends with somebody, that's what you get. As long as you get their permission, you can do that. So that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. And you know something? Michael Kelly is a great slot player. He doesn't give up. He doesn't take his ball and go home. He's a great slot player. If he's down, he won't just give up. I give SB Dreaming definitely has credit for the whole variety thing, because that's what we are. We're not a slot channel. We're a variety channel. A slot channel only goes live in the casino. And is only playing casino. I haven't lost. I'm on a personal winning streak right now. So, I haven't lost in about almost 2 months. Yeah, when my channel gets demonetized, it's gonna be better than ever. When that day happens. I'm not gonna tell people, oh, I'm not gonna play a slot just because you're not paying me money or this and that. You know what? Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's the honest truth, right? Hey, just admit, you watched Gary stream the other day, or were you sleeping when he almost got arrested? You tell me. You tell me. Were you watching Gary stream? Or were you sleeping when he almost got arrested because he was acting like idiots? And he was about as wrong to that waitress as that waitress was wrong to him. And then he took his ball and he went home. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So what? You're down 600 for the night. That's nothing. Down $600 for 3 hours is nothing. I've seen people, I've seen people down thousands. They're still stuck it around and they still made a comeback on their trip. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. What I know about the slot community, there's a whole bunch of people that gamble that shouldn't be gambling. They don't belong in the casino, and they do not belong. They do not belong having slot channels. I have a list of people. I have a list of people that do not belong having slot channels or in the casino. Or and I'm not gonna bring out that list yet, but I have a list of people that I watch that I feel like, okay, you know. But I do tip. I learn my lessons. See, this is what you gotta learn. Just because you have one bad night doesn't ruin your whole trip. That's what you gotta learn. So what? You have a bad night. We all have bad days and bad nights. All you have to do is go to your room, go to sleep, and then next day conquer the slots. And not give up, and run home to mommy that they disrespected me because of how I looked and stuff like that. I hate to tell you, you're not the only white person in the world. You're not the only white person in the world that gets disrespected just because they're color. You're not entitled. You're not special. I work at a job where I work at a job where I'm like maybe one or two white people on the overnight, and they depend on me more than they depend on the people else that work on overnight because I know what I'm doing. And I work hard for it, and I don't give up. And you know what? It has nothing to do about your color. It's about your work ethic and your attitude and your willingness to get the job done. I do slots. I do art streams. I do mukbangs. I do travel. I work 2 jobs. And then come baseball season, and I have a full-time girlfriend. And you know what? I still make it all work. So I would look myself in the mirror after a terrible trip, which it was not even terrible, and a terrible couple hours. I would have looked myself in the mirror and say, do I belong in the same, do I belong playing in the casino, or should I take a break from this whole thing and say, maybe I should get my life together, maybe I should find somebody to date, maybe I should actually find a real job instead of being a glorified taxi driver. You know, maybe that's what you gotta do. Maybe you have to take a look. That's how you do it on Russ's Web Variety channel. Rant to rave. You want the real experience, you come to this channel. You come to this channel and you hear what I have to say. If you don't agree with what I say, speak out. Because this is Rant to Rave on Russ's Web Variety channel. We're gonna be having more of these rant and rave sessions because I'm tired of like all these fake people in the stock community, all these fake people that do channels. I was not broke as hell. But I was not broke as hell. I've never been broke as hell. I've always had a job. The pandemic put me in my place. The pandemic put me in my place. But you know what? I'm a better person because of that. I'm pissed off because Gary kind of pretty much pissed off the whole slot community. He pissed off the whole slot community, and he pretty much didn't tell anybody that he was leaving Vegas. That's what pissed me off. You know, that's what really pissed me off. He should have stuck it out instead of leaving Vegas. You know what? I would have never left Vegas. I would have been a shithead to do that. Imagine me leaving Vegas the first day. I get my butt kicked. I would be embarrassed. I would not. You know, I get my butt kicked. Besides, Carl's not a part of the slot community. He doesn't even have a slot channel. He's just somebody under a fake name. You know, he's just somebody underneath a fake name. You know? That's all it is. You can take this back to Easy Life, slot jackpots. You can take this back to Easy Life on Vegas. There's a lot of scammers out there. A lot of badass people going on here. There's a lot of tea in Vegas. The tea is hot. These people are still scamming people. Maybe it's good. Yeah, that's funny. Trolls made this challenge, not me. I don't think so. I wish that was the truth. If the trolls made this channel, yeah. Yeah, absolutely not. The trolls did not make this channel. Absolutely not. And you know something? I'm far from broke. I'm far from broke. I'm in a good mood today. You can't knock me down. Hey, remember we did 5 streams this past month at the casino, and we're not broke. We did 5 streams. We might not have won all the streams. We're still over $1,000 ahead for the month. It doesn't matter if I'm monetized or demonetized. It doesn't matter for shit. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. When YouTube gets 45%, I don't want that. I'd rather make my own money going to work. Maybe you guys should go into Gary's stream next time he goes live. When he goes live, it might not be for a month because he's so embarrassed right now. He's embarrassed. I would be embarrassed too. The way he acted, and that wasn't a fun stream. 3 hours of nonsense. You know, 3 hours of nonsense. 3 hours of nonsense. Keep talking. Keep talking. You're just bringing up. You're just giving me more views. That's good. That's good for you. Keep talking. Keep talking. Unless you watch Gary's live stream, you have nothing to talk about. Just keep talking. Unless you watch what happened on Gary's live stream, you have no clue. Maybe you should talk about like what actually went on. Yeah? Nah, he's not my best friend. Far from it. I did his dirty work for him a lot of times. Is that considered a best friend? Brad, Angel, and Dave are more of my best friends. Those are my real best friends. And Brad is not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. Brad is Brad. Yeah, Gary knows his game, but I'm embarrassed I'm embarrassed to be associated with him after that Vegas trip. You heard a lot of the stuff he was talking about, right? It was embarrassing. I think he was out of line. No, there's nobody who wrestles right now in here. No, there's no wrestling in here right now. He doesn't even talk to me when I come into the stream and say hello. So why should I be nice to him? You know? Why should I be nice to him when he never even talks to me, when he never says hello to me when I come into the stream? You know? And is he really a better slot player than the next player? No. Is he lucky? Is he lucky? Sometimes, but not all the time. What do you say? You have to watch the stream. Go watch the stream. Go watch the stream and then you come back and tell me. Go watch the stream from 2 days ago because you're not going to see him stream for a long time. So much for going to Vegas. If you go to Vegas, you're not supposed to leave in a couple hours. You're supposed to have a fun time and enjoy yourself there, and to have memorable stories about what you did in Vegas and what you did and where you went. That's absolutely what. Yeah, that was a horrible debacle. I've had a problem. You know, I had a problem with that once. I didn't take my ball and went home. I didn't take my ball and went home. I went to sleep and then the next day I came back. It's Team No quit for a reason. But I guess he quit. Once you get on the plane and you leave Vegas, it's considered a losing trip. It's like saying if you're on a sports team and you walk out on your team. No way. I'm cleaning up this channel. I'm cleaning up this channel. So I had to get rid of a lot of videos that are not acceptable for this channel. That's what I do. The G2E1, I don't need that anymore. I'm glad I could rant like this because I won't be like this later on. I just had to get this off my chest. I couldn't hold back. I couldn't hold back just because nobody else is gonna bring it up. Nobody else is gonna talk about it because he's a small slot channel that really nobody watches. I wouldn't talk about other channels because they get 150 people plus to watch their channel, so I can't talk about them because the slot community actually likes them. You know? But he's a small channel that really nobody watches. And nobody gives two shits about. Now if you use a channel like Yoanji or Melly, there's no comparison. Those channels average between 140 and 150 people a stream. I don't buy any subs. I love this troll. This troll should get number one trophy for the What Squad Awards 2023 so far. You got my votes. I love this troll. There's who is this? Carl Hungos. You know, Carl Hungos. Jay Real is another loser. Another loser. He hasn't won a stream in over 6 months. You're never gonna see him in Vegas. He's another like wannabe like he's another wannabe. Oh, let's be real kind of person. I hate to tell you, he's as fake as my nails. He's not as real as you think he is. You know? And believe it, we do better without J Real in here. We don't need J Real in here. Everybody knows my backstory. I'm an open book. And you know what? We're gonna keep him in here until later on. Then he's gonna leave. You know? We're gonna keep him here till later on. But yeah, J Real streams are not popular. You know? There's just a lot of fake people watching it. A lot of fake people in the slot community. You know? You don't need over 100 people to watch your channel to make your channel look good. You know? I like to think. You know? I like to think I know who's behind these screen names. I pretty much know who's behind the screen names. I already know who it is. Yeah. Well, he ain't that interested. Sorry, old waitress, he ain't that interested. He won't even play all aboard, old waitress. He won't even play your all aboard game. At least I give your all aboard game some credit, you know. I might not do very good at it, but at least I give it a try. It's not my favorite Konami game. You know, it's not my favorite Konami game, but we will play time to time. Same 10 subs. I got more than that. Yeah, I got more than 10 subs in there. I got 20 people watching, 1 thumbs up. Doesn't even matter with the thumbs up or thumbs out. Like I said, this is like a free channel. .3.8 better than 2.5, right? Better than being stuck on 2.7 or 2.17. Whatever that is, 2.17 or 2.19. Being stuck on 2.19 for a year. How many subs did I buy? I don't buy any of them. I don't waste any money buying subs. I ain't Mr. Handpay. Sorry. You want to talk smack? Go to Mr. Handpay's channel and talk smack. That guy buys subs. I gain a lot of my subs from grow channels, from videos and everything else. I don't pay for anything. I don't pay for anything. Even with the grow channel, I don't give no super chats to that guy. He's a friend of mine. Hey, whoever watches this stream, I appreciate whoever watches the stream. Make it be known. I will not watch another Gary live stream as long as I do my YouTube channel. I'm blocking him from my channel, and I'm blocking him from my Facebook. Period. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be associated with him. I'm embarrassed. Hey, I did very good for a while. I did very good for a while. It doesn't matter how big your channel is, and that is how you got there. You know, a lot of people buy subs. Not for long. I hate to tell you, by not going live so often, you will get demonetized. Look at Blaine. Blaine doesn't go live, and his channel got demonetized, and he puts out better videos than Gary, and he has better content than Gary, and his channel got demonetized. Why are you mad at Gary? I'm embarrassed. I'm not mad. I'm embarrassed. That's a total difference. Embarrassed. The word embarrassed. I wasn't gonna let this go because it's been you know, it's been on my mind. You know, it's been on my mind. If I go to Vegas and people are expecting to see me in Vegas play slots and this and that and live stream, and then all of a sudden I get up and leave just because I had one bad night, I couldn't show myself on YouTube or anything for a long time because I would be too embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for in the game, yes. Gary, GL Slots. He shouldn't even be called in the game anymore because you know what? Game over. Game over. Game over. Once you got beat by the slots, it's game over. Pretty much Vegas won. Sad but true. I mean, I don't win all the time in the casino, but when I do win, it's good. And when I do my Vegas trips, they're fun. I wouldn't just because I had a bad night, I wouldn't take a plane out of Vegas the next day. You know? I don't know. Last time he was in Vegas, he got sick, and then he wasn't the same person. Not everybody's cut out to go to Vegas. You know, not everybody's cut out to do a slot channel. You know, your health's more important than going to gamble. You know? Oh yeah, I got my ass handed to me many times in AC, but I also won many times too. I'll admit that first. I don't win all the time, but I do win. I do get my fair share of beating, but I do. At least I don't fake it. You know. At least I don't fake it. What you see on this channel is what you get. You can't fake a live stream. You can't fake the realness of a live stream. You really can't. But you know, yeah, you know what? He gave up. Instead of taking your ball, instead of like sucking it up, he went home. Not everybody's cut out to do that. Not everybody's cut out to do Vegas. I love Vegas. Vegas is so much fun. I think sometimes Vegas is better than Atlantic City. I had sometimes better streams in Vegas than I had in Atlantic City. I know Vegas is a little bit cleaner some parts, but not all of them. Yeah. If you have health issues, you shouldn't be doing the slot channel. You should be taking care of your health. Health's more important than gambling. You know, I take everything into account. I take care of my health before I go gamble. I'm taking care of my health big time. Like I have a dentist appointment on Tuesday. I'm still taking care of my teeth, and I'm paying it out of my pocket, and not having mommy and daddy pay for anything. I live on my own. I pay my own rent. I work. I'm in such a good state of mind that after this live stream, we're not talking about Gary anymore. Because it's not interesting to me. He's not interesting. He's just another fake. Just another fake that wants people to be his friend. And so after the live stream, I'm not talking about him anymore. Because he's on my ban list. He's on my ban list. So thanks for watching Russ Says What Rant and Rave Variety channel. See you guys later. Enjoy. Bye for now.